So in today's video, I'm going to be doing a review on this product here, which is Gyeon Quick View. Now the brand kindly sent this product down for me to test out and get my honest thoughts on. So I'm going to be sharing my experience using it, both in terms of the application and the results. So I'm first going to start off by talking about what the benefits and sort of the purpose of this kind of product is. Now it's really designed to help improve visibility when driving in the rain. So I've had glass coatings on my car for several years now, pretty much since I got it. And I found it really helpful when driving in bad weather, as it helps the wipers to clear the water more quickly, and I don't actually have to have the wipers on a very high speed in a lot of cases, as the water can just sort of sheet and roll off it. So they are one of my favourite types of products to use. So this one in particular is designed to last for up to 6 months and is a really nice and easy one to use. While with any glass products, I think it's really important to get the preparation right, as that is when you can start to run into some issues like smearing or wiper judder, squeaky wipers, all those sort of problems. So really getting that surface prepared is very important. So on the instructions for this, it only says to clear the glass, use a Gyeon prep spray to remove any oils, and then to apply the product. Personally, I like to go a bit of a step further, so I do start by cleaning it, and then I like to use a glass polish. The one that I used on this occasion was the tack system one. Gyeon also do have a glass polish as well if you want to look at that. But really what that's going to do is help to remove all the contaminants that can't be removed via clean or with detergents. So really you can get like watermarks and chemical stains that really affect how the coating's going to bond and can really reduce the visibility both when using this type of product and when you've not got anything on the windscreen at all. So having a properly polished windscreen I think is really important. With the product I used, I just used it on a microfiber applicator, gave it a good work in, and then wiped it off with a damp microfiber cloth. You can use it on a machine polisher as well, but sometimes I really can't be bothered getting it out. One thing that's really important to do right before you apply this coating though, whether you've polished the windscreen or not, is to use the Gyeon prep spray. This is going to remove any oils or residues that might be on the surface that again could affect the application process and reduce the durability of the product. Also at this stage, it's a good idea to inspect your windscreen wipers, change them if they need replacing, or at least give them a good clean. So I usually just use a bit of glass cleaner on a microfiber towel, give it a pinch, rub it along the wiper a couple of times to make sure they are free from debris. Now in terms of the actual application process of the product itself, it is really nice and easy. It's got a built-in applicator, so you just give the bottle a little squeeze to release some of the product, and then you can just use that applicator to apply it to the glass. Now I like to use circular motions as it's a circular applicator. I just find it a little bit easier to work with, but you can go in a crosshatch pattern, whatever you like to do. Once it's been applied, it needs to dry for roughly about 10 minutes from my experience. However, it can be as low as 5 minutes, so just make sure you're checking it. If it's sort of leaving that dry haze, it's ready to wipe off. When you're wiping it, it shouldn't be kind of smearing around the windscreen too much. In that case, you might need to leave it a little bit longer. When you do wipe it off though, make sure you use a damp microfiber cloth, as when you use a dry one, it doesn't tend to remove that well. So just use a damp one, and then you can either flip the cloth to a dry side to dry it off, or just have a second cloth on hand to do that. In terms of the environmental conditions that you need to apply this in, there aren't too many instructions on the website. However, it does say obviously not to apply it in direct sunlight, as you really wouldn't with any kind of product like this. But in terms of the temperature, I probably wouldn't apply this in anything less than sort of 5 degrees Celsius, maybe a little bit higher than that if it is a very humid day, as that's when it can start to affect the product's curing and it might not bond that well to the glass. So just make sure you don't apply it when it's too cold out there. So there's no mention of any cure time, a time you've got to keep this product dry for once you've applied it. However, I would aim to do this on a day where it's not due to rain for the next few hours, just to be on the safe side so you don't get any water spotting. And I also wouldn't use any chemicals like glass cleaners or just general washing it for about 7 days after using the product. It might be a bit overkill with this one, but that's certainly a process that I like to follow just to be on the safe side. So in terms of the durability of this product, it does say about 6 months you can get out of it. The main thing that is going to affect that really is how much wiper usage the vehicle's getting, how much you're driving in the rain. That abrasion is really what's going to reduce the lifespan of this. So one thing I would recommend to do when you are using this product is to actually just keep it topped up. So I have been using this product here, which is Gyeon Glass Plus. So this is a hydrophobic glass cleaner. So after the wash, every couple of weeks I do on this vehicle, I just spray a few sprays onto the windscreen, spread it as I would usually any glass cleaner, and this is just going to help keep that protection topped up, keep the glass coating looking nice and fresh, but also make it last longer as well. And that goes for really most glass coatings on the market. Keeping that protection topped up with a hydrophobic glass cleaner is going to be very, very beneficial. And if you're going to go to the effort of preparing and applying one, then I definitely would keep on top of the maintenance as well. So what I'm going to do is pop a link to this in the description along with the other products that I have mentioned in this video. If you have found it useful, it would be brilliant if you could drop it a like, and thanks very much for watching.